Yes.
What's going on?
I know you get tired of people always talking about you walking for a cheesecake.
Yes. Basically, like a lot of people, out there in consumer land, look at it a certain way, but I looked at it another way. I was coming straight from the projects. I had legal issues. Wasn't nothing waiting for me in Philly. So, actually being on that show, I was on a run from my situation in Philly.
Really?
I wasn't even supposed to be up there. So, I was violating by even auditioning and going up to New York, doing the whole thing.
Right.
So when time came, they even sent a letter to my probation officer at the time, let them know I was up there with, the label, and I was a prospect, I was a potential for a show.
Okay.
So Bad Boy was pushing me the whole time, even before I made the band. So that's how I knew I was already going to be, in that situation. So to make a long story short, I just had to roll out. We had to play. So they already were telling me, this is your first test, and you make sure this is a success, and then we're gonna give you your own situation. This is way before they even picked the members to the show.
So you originally wasn't supposed to be on the band?
No, but that was my initiation.
That was your introduction.
Yeah. So they was already kind of taking a liking to me prior to before they even got to the point where they would start picking for the boot camp and for the house and all that. They was already coming to me in between, on the side, yo, we really looking at you. So just chill out, just do this, stay out of trouble. So this was even before, so people don't know this. So they just think, I ain't made Joe off for cheesecake, but I've been building a relationship with Puff for almost the year, 2 years now. So it was I was already going to the studio outside of doing a band thing, and they was calling different people to the studio to write while we was shooting the show. So I was just built a relationship with a CEO that was the owner of a label at the time.
So you got a chance to really kind of kick it with Puff, or was he just there for that?
When to the point where it's just me and him for hours, we just writing, and I'm just talking about different shit, and not even music sometimes, just observing, just soaking up the game and shit he telling me, and stories he had, horror stories, good stories, and just learning from him. And sometimes we just turn a beat off, and then, you know what I'm saying? So that was just in the midst of taping the show. So my show was working at McDonald's. I mean, if you want to say, I just had to put on a uniform and do the making a band shit. Yeah. But behind the scenes, I was already being invested in.
Okay. So before you even got, started to do the making the band and everything like that, and Puff and Bad Boy was looking at you, you ain't never sit and think, because I believe it's a bad boy curse.
Right.
Whereas how artists are, in the past they said artists wasn't being treated fairly.
Right.
And from Black Rob, some allegedly say Biggie, G-Dap went through some things. Even would make
Total.
Who?
Total.
So it's what made you even want to be you know what, Bad Boy, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go over there.
Actually, it was one of my friends from the projects, man. He heard about it, and he was like, "Man, Puff ain't got nobody right now." But he did. He had Loon, he had Black Rob, he had G-Dep. So he had all three of those guys. But he was like, he don't got nobody from Philly. So, I mean, it was just like a Willy Wonka chocolate factory golden ticket type of thingy. So whereas, we spoke it into the atmosphere in the projects. I went down there, auditioned. Because I didn't audition just once. I did audition twice. The first season of the show, they picked a couple people, and then they sent everybody home, and then did the audition in Philly, Atlanta, Baltimore, Cali, and Miami over again. And then second time I auditioned is when I made the show. So, and I made the audition. I heard about the audition, hearing it from my man in the projects, and then hearing it from Jay Black, which was working with 103.9 at the time, which MTV and Bad Boy did the whole competition with the mother station here in Philly, which is 103.9 at the time. So Jay Black was kind of familiar with me because, I was friends with Miss Jade and Nisha and Roscoe P. Cochain. So when she was doing her promotion run, she was taking me along with her. I got a chance to freestyle, and I befriended Jay Black at 103.9. So when the competition came down, he gave me the heads up, like, go audition. So the first time it was a lot of people. It was a big turnout, so they getting a chance to hear me. But the second time, a lot of people was discouraged and they didn't come to audition the second time. And I had like 30 seconds to do my thing, and then the rest is history.
So during the process of like the making the band, you said your auditions was just basically spitting and stuff right there.
Right.
So when you finally...
No, they would psychologically probe you too.
Okay.
They would sit you in front of camera and in front of hours and ask you different questions. They might make us write 2,500 word essays in between workouts on what it takes to make it in the music industry, and we had to have them written before the next call out time. Say we had to get up at 6:30 in the morning, we work out to 10:30.
Right.
The next callback time, the meeting in the lobby was 11:45. We had to have a 2,500 word essay after working out all morning.
That shit was like,
so
a boot camp.
Yeah, they really like put us through the shit where to today's atmosphere, they don't really probe the artist psychologically.
Yeah, I was saying that. I said they don't
got mental issues.
Yeah.
They wasn't letting them.
There's no development, artist development. So yeah, I said that there's no like artist development now, and people that become viral or famous, they just jump right into it.
If you got a hot record, if you got something hot going on that goes viral, is a go.
Yeah.
You automatically start doing paid appearances and shows, whatever. It's like the reality shows type of wave, and social media has made it an even playing field for comedians, rappers, actors, entrepreneurs, clothing designers, graphic designers. So it's like like a gumbo of everybody all in your face every day. Pause. But like you see what I'm saying? It's just different now. Where back when I did the making of the band, it was like a hurry up and wait thing, and the label had to dictate the situation.
Right.
They invested so much money in, so they predict to get this money out. Everything was numbers. So now it's not calculated like it was back then.
Right.
If you got a hot record, if you get punched in the face or you punch somebody in the face, and
you go viral. Yeah. So when you said you already was basically picked for the band before they put it together.
Before they put it together.
So with them calling you back until you made it, that wasn't enough. You was already automatic before.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just had to do the song and dance and look surprised, but you know what I'm saying? I already knew that I was gonna You feel what I'm saying? Like behind the scene they were telling me, chill out, don't get in trouble. We already going to invest in you. This is your situation.
Your platform. Okay. So were you a little upset that you had to be in a band with somebody else, or?
I mean, at that time, I was like I said, I had a lot of legal troubles. I was on probation. And
and you were having a baby sometime during the show, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of things going on at that time, and that was the best situation for me. It was just the smartest one. It wasn't a thing where Puff is the icon mogul that we all know who he is. It was me making a life decision. Like, how am I going to make it better for myself? This is a legal gig where I could rap. I don't have to risk my freedom. I can make music. It's going to be a big platform. I can go somewhere with this. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm bad boy. I mean, that part of it too, I loved about it too, because I grew up, like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s. Like I went to school in 92 and Big and Wu-Tang and Nas and the East Coast had this shit on lock. So that's my era of rap. You know what I mean? That's my OGs, or that's my the era that came before me. So when I was going to school, these was the dudes that was popping. So Bad Boy was like a dream come true. It was like a Willy Wonka ticket. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm with Puff. I just seen him with the jigging with the rollies and he doing tours and he did then Big died and everybody's crying and now I'm here. It
was a blessing coming out of Southwest Brushing, like what was a bunch of villages, right?
We took a crash course in the music industry. They took me straight from the project when I was just sitting out there getting in trouble. Just you know what I'm saying? Because I had a whole academic life before I even made it. A lot of people think I'm just a street rapper. Like I got in trouble and I got my locations, but I went to Central High School. Like Bill Cosby came inside my classroom when I went to school one day and gave back or did whatever he did. But you know what I'm saying? So like, I come from that era where my mom made me go to school, made me do my homework. I had to take the test. I got into Central, passed the test. So I was going all the way from the projects, getting up 5:30 in the morning, catching the train, going all the way up Broad Street to go to Central every morning. So
that's a far distance.
These is the values that my mom instilled in me. So I don't give a fuck what's going on. I always get up early. You You might see me on social media, you might see me on anything. I might be writing raps. I just get up early because my body is conditioned.
It's conditioned,
years ago.
Uh-huh.
So I just brought those same things to the show, and then that's the things that they like: being punctual, being on time, being ready, having your essays ready. You did your workout. It's just numbers, and they just check it off, and it's just like all these competitions you see, the One and X Factor. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
That's what Making the Band was.
Y'all basically was like to my eyes, like the first reality show.
Right.
Like really, like early ever, before like Kim Kardashian and all that shit.
So like a season before was with O-Town.
Okay.
Like a boy band group. Nobody exactly. So we was like the hood. So we just took a crash course in the industry right in front of everybody's eyes. So it was like they didn't know what to do. So the whole everybody, I wouldn't walk for cheesecake, I won't walk for cheesecake. But people get up every day and walk for cheesecake. And they work a fucking job that they don't want to work to pay the fucking bills.
So did y'all all get along?
I did it one time, and I wear I hold the crown and I wear the cross. I gotta carry my own cross.
Yeah.
No, I did it because I didn't want to do it 365 days. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, you know what I mean? And then what do they do when you join a fraternity or you go to school? They haze you.
Yeah.
So no big company, no big corporation, no fraternity, no brotherhood, no gang. What does a gang do when they jump you in? You get initiated.
Right.
The girls get sexed in and the guys get jumped in, or they got to put somebody down, put some type of
The girls get what?
Sexed in.
They get sexed in?
Yeah, they get sexed in.
So when a girl in a joining gang, whatever gang it is, she gets sexed in.
Absolutely, or they have to commit a crime that's like that validates them to be in that gang.
So is it the members that?
No, it's only two options. Either you put some type of work in, or you get sexed in. It's no gray areas there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it the gang that do that, or is it
every gang?
No, is it the members that's going?
Every gang in eternity. If you want to be a female member of a gang, you have to get sexed in, or you commit some type of crime that validates you.
Wow.
A lot of these rappers buy in.
Okay.
And for the protection or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? You know, the same people that protect you are the same people that's going to come and get you.
Yeah. So you think that's what happened in 6ix9ine's incident?
Some type of situation where it's similar.
Okay.
It's a similar situation.
So look, let me ask you, now let's go back to the house. Now in the house, did you guys all like get along? Because you got Chopper from New Orleans. Then you got like Babs and them from like
outside
New York.
Fighting on TV, we were the best of friends. It was the cameras that.
And he was from?
He was from Miami.
Okay.
And, you know, that Philly think they, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not to get too, you know what I mean? Philly took that on the chin. I lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? The way they edit reality show, you'll never get to see the full
real deal, yeah.
Probably buy the DVD edited version that Puff made $40 million off, and we ain't make that type of money off of.
Y'all ain't make no money off of the show, or you talk about off of the...
Making the Band was as successful as Friends when they went back and got the $1 million. We could have asked for $1 million an episode. We was contractually signed to do 13 weeks. So the 13 weeks was edited into 13 weeks, which makes a season.
Okay.
So we was on TV for 3 years. So we had season 1 where we tried out in the boot camp. Then season 2 where we got picked and then made the album. Then season 3 when we went on tour and the album came out and we was trying to make the second album.
Oh, so you said y'all ain't make no real money off of that?
Hell no. So I was like fucked up on TV. So everybody thought that like I had a plate, but I didn't have no plate.
What about
I got paid when the camera stopped rolling?
Yeah,
when everybody thought I had the money, I didn't have the money. When niggas thought I was fucked up, I got the check. Like the situation with the band, like we was the best of friends when the cameras wasn't rolling, but when the cameras was rolling, everything was just I would say magnified. So something small would turn into something big because the cameras is rolling. You don't want to look crazy and seem like you being belittled or getting played when the cameras is on.
So you say like reality TV was scripted?
Scripted, like a mother.
So when you look at Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop, you know what's up.
I already know what's going on. I know they're getting paid a per diem every week, maybe $400 or $500 to $1,000, depending on the success and the popularity of the show. I know they're getting mic'd up everywhere, and the settings that they put these reality stars in are scripted. Where they put 2 females that's going through something on the show inside a lounge where there's drinks and people are drinking, so they can throw this shit. The bodyguards can come in, makes it look ratchet enough for TV, and that's
Right.
what people accept, which is cool. I like it. I'm entertained by it too. But it's more. So that's where you got your J. Cole's and your Kendrick Lamar's and your Tory Lanez and people that really push the artistry further.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, as far as lyricism. And you got Sim Santana, people from Philly, which is the new talent. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Rada. You got Drew Boy. You got Tierra Whack, which does a whole nother element. Philly, we colorful right now. Meek Mills, which is one of the greatest artists Philly has ever seen, the world has ever seen right now. And like breaking down all the barriers he has with the prison reform and all, like just like Philly is just at an all-time high. You got P&B Rock, you got Quilly, you got Tiffy, you just got like so many colorful people from all different walks, and no matter what you feel about them personally, we all get into that bag and we all making Philly look like it's supposed to look.
I do want to touch back on what you said, but I kind of want to go back just a little bit now. Do you guys still talk like your members in the band?
Yeah, we talk, but we still be having the same recurring issues that we had 15 years ago. So we actually tried to put together a reunion show, and we was going to do a reunion show at Sony Hall this past September 30th, which has been the 15-year anniversary of the actual album that came out September 30th, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So just to bring up the speed, that's still in effect. An investor came in, so we're going to add more dates to the tour, and everybody's in sync. All 6 members, from what I know, and you know, we just be having little reoccurring issues, and I mean,
small stuff,
small shit.
Because I was wondering why y'all wasn't on that Bad Boy tour.
A lot of people was upset about that, but you know what I'm saying. When you deal with somebody Puffy, he don't accept nothing but perfection. He's not going to bring us on if he don't feel confident everybody's going to show up. And we're going to make the flights, and we're going to come and rehearse, and we're going to be together, and we're going to get dressed, and we're going to be sitting there and waiting to rehearse and dressed and do this. I mean, if we're not at that magnitude, which he's going to ask us for us from the rip, and we can't produce that, he's not going to call us.
So just the aftermath of everything, after just like the show and.
Well, I was promised the second deal off the atmosphere.
Because I was going to ask you, like, because it seemed like Puffy is a one-time guy. Like you guys, he had y'all, and then it was just like that was it. Then you had Danny and Kane, and it was like, you know,
26. Well, off the success of the show, they just kept getting it better every time. We went gold. Danny and Kane went platinum. Day 26 did their numbers.
And they did the last trainer pass.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Puff is always trying to reinvent himself, and whoever's got the energy around him at that time, that's where it's going to be a basis of where
he's allegedly he's a click hopper. He hops a train hopper.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Puff is a salesman. He went to Howard for business, and you know what I'm saying? You know, like that's where he's expert at. And the people, big corporations, pay him a lot of money to sell whatever product he puts in his hand.
So
the music shit is, I mean, like I can't because he took me. I rap for Timberland because I was fucking with Miss Jade and Roscoe P. I rap for DMX because me and Black Key. I had a production deal with Black Key, and Black Key did a lot of big records for DMX. So I rap for DNY, DMX with his bloodline situation. I rap for a lot of people that had a lot of label situations at the time, and I rap for Puff inside of a Willy Wonka chocolate factory ticket show, and he said, "Come on." So I'm never
I like how you called it.
You know what I mean? I'm never going because he took me from here to there, and all I had to say was one rhyme. I spit my heart out for these other cats. No disrespect. I love Tim. I love X. I love DNY. They historic in what they do. But Puff said, "Come on." And at the time, that was the better decision for me.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And you was great to be on TV. Now, after it all, you know, it's you on top of the world when you got that notoriety, that fame, and putting out that music. Now, after everything was over and you're coming home,
I don't get on these outlets and talk to Puff bad because he kept his word to me. People don't know. I was signed to a production deal, the Black Key production. So I never was signed to Bad Boy directly. I came in on the show, signed to Black Key Productions, which already established, well-named, Grammy-nominated producer. So we came in with an infrastructure already. So when I got my second situation, Black Key had stakes in the band album, and he had stakes in my solo deal. And that never came to fruition because I had a lot of accomplished things in my contract where I retained a lot of publishing because I had a production.
I was going to ask you that. Like, how are you still like receiving?
I wasn't investing enough in the company. Puff didn't have enough investing in my situation to push me with the machine that he needs to push me, because if the album is a success, I won, because I own most of my publishing, because I'm in a production deal, and the deal is structured between me and the production deal, and Puff is the third party. So a major coming in and buying into me and my man had going on. So people didn't even know that. So it was always a third party involved in me and Bad Boy. MTV was just the Willy Wonka golden ticket that made it the sauce and made the shit come together. We was already working. I was already with the YHM and my whole squad. We was passing out tapes. Kinko's copy that whole grind, passing this shit, selling it for $10. Just wrote the shit with a motherfucking a Sharpie. Like, that's the grind that we was on. It wasn't no social media, so we was in the streets with it like that. So prior to me being on the band, I was already going up New York with Black Kid. We was already in Yonkers fucking with the Kiss and the Styles and the Mary J. Bliges and the DMX. So I was already familiar with New York. So by the time we had to do the show, when they made us walk, I was like, it's right here. I'll be up here already.
Yeah. Would you do it all over again?
Yeah, and people say a lot of shit about the cheesecake shit. It's like the Mr. Miyagi type of way of training and developing artists. When they made them wipe down the cars and shit. Yeah. When it all came to it, it was a block, a kick, a strike. That's what walking for Cheesecake was. It was to build our endurance. We're about to be together for the next 6 months to 12 months together all the time. These 6 individuals. So if we don't band together some type of way and get to know one another, how will we make it promoting the whole fucking album? They didn't invest $3 million in. Right. So it's like, get mad at me so y'all can band together and become a unit. So when y'all out on the road, y'all can protect one another. So that's what the whole Cheesecake shit, building our endurance. We got to go in different cities, different climates. We in Philly, it's snowing. Then we got to fly to Miami, it's hot. You know, I got the bubble vest in Philly and New York. Then I fly to Miami, I got to wear shorts. Then we got to go back to Philly, New York where it's cold. Niggas get sick. So it build up your endurance, it build up your metabolism. You won't get sick, vitamins, all that type of shit. That's what Puff taught us, how to be sturdy in this game. How to be sturdy, How to be sturdy. How to be sturdy. And
you think the music industry, like, they got some cutthroat ways in there?
I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Puff and them is just like, they went to school. They went to Howard. You got to understand the owner of the company, his background. So all the walking for cheese, this is the same shit that Andre Harrell made him do. Yo, go get my laundry. Yo, go get my dry cleaning. Yo, get the cup of coffee. Yo, put the beat on. Yo, go get Jodeci. Go get Supercat. Who you got? You got Big. Oh, you got Devontae. He doing beats. Yo, Mary J. Blige. Big. Get on this track with, you know what I mean? Big was on Mary J. shit back in the day before Big was even, a bad thing wasn't even created. And this is how Puff can sell anything. And that's why he's still here, and he's almost at $1 billion today, man. And, you know what I mean? Why I got this time to say this, rest in peace to Kim Porter, because I had the time to spend with both of them individuals up close with no bodyguards, no nothing around. And she was the sweetest, coolest person I grew up around. Justin and Christian grew up around me. You gotta understand, this is 15 years ago. Christian is what, 22, 21? They were 6 and 7 and 8 year olds when we was around Puff. They is all youngins. Like they like our cousins and his sons. So we all came up together. We all grew up together, and it was the family environment that Bad Crew created is unexplainable, and it's like being part of a Cowboys or a Yankees or a Lakers. And I don't give a fuck if you play for a team and anybody can talk shit about Puff, call your fucking number today and say, come on, you're coming. Right.
So even just after that, like, you know, after the fame and everything, because I want to get back to that question. I know you got that media training, so you know how to loop. But even after that, because I ask people the same thing, did you see a difference in people's attitude or how they used to be when they see you in a different light? Because you always been popping in Philly because you were battle rap and still battling to this day.
See, Philly has this love-hate relationship with our artists. We have a certain window that if we don't do nothing with it, they just dismiss us. Right. But it's something about a comeback story. Everybody loves a comeback story, and NESS got one. You know what I'm saying? So that whole situation was a learning experience for something better. Like back when before the band, I had a lot of jobs. I used to work at Burger King. I used to work at U-Haul assembly line. I used to work at on a dietary joint for Allegheny University. Like I had odd jobs and shit. I got in trouble. I sold this. I got locked up. That shit was like a fucking like a new life for me because it gave me an opportunity to stop living the way I was and start making a legal living for something that I love to do. And that within itself is priceless. There's no amount of money that you can put on that. But to answer your question, I should be a millionaire. Fuck what you talk about. All the work I put in and all the shit I wrote and all the sessions I sat in with Puff, I should be a millionaire. Just off the show alone. Not even that, but we're not going to talk about that. Puff is my big brother. I learned a lot from him. I just was placed in I just got a placement in a movie this year, Men in Black 4.
Yeah.
For a song I wrote Puff 15 years ago. I got a placement in Men in Black 4. I grew up watching Men in Black, Will Smith, the first joint, and all these years later, my song that I wrote for Puff 15 years ago got a placement from Sony Music and Men in Black 4.
That's what's up. But would you sign again? Would you sign to a label or sign to Puffy again?
No, the way it's designed now is an even playing field for everybody. I wouldn't sign to nobody. I got a couple dollars. I invested my money. I took my little investments from my little publishing checks and shit like that, and I'm just investing into me right now, and I think that I got the energy. And they say as a young man in the game, and that's why to go into the battle shit. That's why I still compete at a high level over there because it gives me a chance to sharpen my sword with the young talent and the young savages and the young wolves that's putting in work.
Yeah, definitely. Because I see you showing love to Sim Santana.
Definitely, Sim Santana. Every Philly. Everybody popping right now, all the young niggas, man, it's their time.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of these old bitter rappers like hating on the young niggas. I love it.
Yeah.
I be in there dancing with my kids trying to do this shit looking goofy too.
I
love Drew Boy, like the dancing shit with how he whip. I like that. Like that's what Bad Boy was trying to make me into the shoot 'em up, kill a dog, 50 Cent type rapper. They don't know I had the comedic shit, the Busta Rhymes, the Redman, all those elements, not just bang, kill him, and I'm selling coke, and I like to do all that shit. So they seen it one way, and I seen it another way. And they gave me my second situation in 06. And then 09 is when he went to Interscope, and then he couldn't take the artist that he had from Atlantic because I survived 2 label transitions. We were signed to Universal, Bad Boy, under the band, and I got my second solo deal, Warner Music Atlantic Music Group. So I survived 2 situations, and then it was artists getting dropped year by year. New Edition, 8 Ball MJG, Gorilla Zoe, Young Jock, Jody Breeze, and I still was making the cut year by year. The only sole reason I was there on Bad Boy from 02 to 09, it was because the owner of the company kept me there. Everybody had their pick. I was Puff's pick. So I was always the mo. I was always going to be there. And I always put in the time and the work. I sat in on sessions. I wrote for him. I wrote for him.
I was actually about ghostwriting.
Hell yeah. He gave me opportunities to ghostwrite. I was down in the mansion, and not the boasting on the shit because that was his shit, but like it was a who's who. I woke up, it was Shaq at breakfast. It was Dwayne Wade at lunch. Pitbull, Timbaland coming and laying songs. The actual song that I wrote for him is called Diddy Rock. Timbaland and Danger Mouse produced the track. Me, Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse. That's Timbaland. No, Danger Mouse.
Okay.
Danger Mouse. That's Timbaland's producer in Miami.
Okay, all right. So what you're saying is you and 50 Cent was writing for Puffy at the time.
No, not me and 50 Cent. It just was me and a collective few that was at like dealing with the label at that time that was writing for a label, album that was put out was called Press Play, and at that time, like a lot of people was submitting beats, so it was like a Timbaland, a Swizz Beats was coming through, giving beats, and then it was like a Pitbull was sliding through, and Jim Jones, and then Brandy was doing voiceovers, and then Keisha Cole, and then there was Gabrielle Union, and it's like then Chef and Maids is cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so I got to live that life, and I got the opportunity because he put me in that position to write for him and to make money off my pen. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I was up there for so long with only dropping 1 album was because of Sean Combs. So everybody think, oh, they had bad blood, NESS did something wrong, and he leaked the My Hood shit, and that wasn't supposed to go out and all that. We know how this business is. It's cutthroat. You do something that they don't think is right, and it becomes successful. It was a good thing that you did. Now come up and start recording your album. And that's how I got into my second situation. It was because the work I was putting here in Philly and the way Philly was supporting me and showing love for me when I was on the show.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not like a bitter rapper, though. Like I said before, man, it's a lot of the old heads young people going at it or whatever.
This interview with you, so niggas don't check me on the gram or social media with. That's one of them old played out rappers. He just hate. He still dressed like this. He still dressed. I'm not one of them. I'm losing weight. I'm wearing
I told you that.
And the goo. I'm like, I like that shit. I like the drip and all the new words. Like that's hip hop, and people can't be mad that it didn't work out a certain way. I'm moving on. People who fuck with NESS, fuck with it. If you don't, stay over there.
You know what? It's funny that you say that because I've been talking to a couple of rappers that was in the battle days. I'm talking about like top 5 that was, these guys was killing. I'm not gonna say no names, but I'm gonna let y'all pick.
Reed
like,
Dollars, K Walker, and a few others. Myself.
I ain't gonna say no names.
The face of Philly battle rap Cassidy.
But listen,
but NESS has been holding it down since 2008 in the World Series of Hip Hop when I battled My Son, and then Mook battled Young Hot, and T-Rex battled Tech 9. Rest in peace, Tech 9. He was holding it down. He was doing the whole championship. So Tech 9 had a second career with his battle rap shit, being welcome and embraced by the URL and the championship and doing like making battle rap bigger than whatever it was. Because if you could have asked me 10 years ago when I battled Jay Mills on TV all them years ago, that battle rap would be where it's at today, I would have died. But you know what I'm saying? That's just comes from hard work and determination. Because the seeds that I planted all them years ago, battle rapping with Jay Mills on that show got me a check in 2019.
Yes, it did. But like I said, there's some little rappers out there that
there's a few.
I talked to them and they were upset. Listen, they was upset in a list that I made. You know, the top rappers. I didn't even have it in order, and I'm talking about like they lost their shit, and it was just like, God damn, like you should be securing your position. You know what you've done. You know what I mean,
you gotta give it out to Mac. You gotta give it up to Freeway. You gotta give it up to Meek. You gotta give it up to Crack. You gotta get up the whole state property. You gotta get up to the whole major figures. You gotta get up the whole Roots. You gotta get up to Eve. You gotta get, you know what I mean, Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Black Thought. I'm saying Black Friday, though, that was like a Philly-based management company that was popping at the time. I'm just saying how everything was Philly at the time. We had Bubonic, Ride School, Pico Chain with the Pharrell and the Neptune.
Did you do any features with it? Because when I look back to some of the music, I didn't really see too much like how people be.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like when I was on the label, they brainwashed us. They kept us away from a lot of people. Like I was in the studio when Nelly and Puff did the Shake and Tell Feather on the Bad Boy 2 soundtrack. By the way, we was on that. And we had a song on that album.
Right.
Like we end up scanning over 622,000 records to date. Too Hot for TV. So we're certified gold.
Yep, that was the shit.
Plaque artist. And as far as the Bad Boy 2 soundtrack, which we had a track on that went platinum. So you're looking at a platinum and a gold selling artist with platinum and gold selling writing credits on my belt.
They still play your music to this day.
They still play my shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like the way they did us, it was kind of fucked up because we was new to the game. So our management, like we did a lot of promo shows and they would say that it was promo, but we would actually get paid. So I was actually in a lot of tax trouble for a lot of years. So when people say NESS was fucked up, like I was going through a lot of no, like our management got paid, but we didn't get paid. The management was telling at the time that it was promo. Like we go to a club and pop bottles and get food and free shit and clothes and do the songs, but our management got money.
So how were they able to even cash all that shit if it's coming to your name?
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the year, we was responsible for that money on taxes. So a lot of years I was in debt, paying the IRS for money that wasn't paid to us because we did a lot of shows that they said was promo, and the management got paid.
Who was it?
I can't say no names right now.
When you found out that was being done,
I'm never going to say no names because it's a part of the game. And Puff is the one who sat down and told me that. Everybody's going to get got.
Yeah.
Russell got. Andre Harrell got. Puff, Master P. Somebody, whoever's black coming into this game, to the corporate America trying to make a name and a stain for themselves is going to get got. Puff sat me in the room and told me how when after his suit was too shiny for hip hop, clubs was trying to pay him $2,500 to come do big records. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like all this shit is a learning experience, and I will never talk bad about Puff because he gave me an opportunity, a lifetime, and I'm still able to take care of myself all rap without going to get a regular job. And I'm not.
So you still not working a regular job?
Nah, I'm not belittling nobody with no regular job because you know what I'm saying, the workforce is crazy, and I used to be in it, so I relate to anybody in the workforce. But I took a gamble and I won, and I will always be able to do music because I'm a fucking expert. When I can read textbooks, contracts this big, major deal shit. They try to put a contract in front of our face to sign for the making the band shit for $7,500. Not $7,500 a piece, $7,500 for all 6 of us. But because I was familiar with the language with the Black Key production deal, reading the language on the contracts, when the shit came to me, I said, nah, this ain't right. Y'all gotta take this back. Everybody in the band was mad at me because I didn't take the first initial deal, which was for $7,500. I wasn't taking that, so they went back in and got us all 50. It was like we did a lot of bad things. Like we picked the management that was the same manager as Puff, which was Phil Robinson at the time. Hiram Hicks, which is from Philly, was deeply ruling in Philly music promotions and just hip hop period with the Lady B and that whole thing. I'm going too deep for y'all. I'm showing my age right now, but what I'm telling you is like. Bad Boy's been around for a long time. They made a lot of alliances with a lot of big people, and their network is long. And we was spoon-fed a lot of things. Like we was one of the last groups to do the Source Awards. We was one of the last groups to do Rap City of the Basement. We was one of the last groups to sit on the couch with AJ and Free. We was one of the last people to do big budget videos. We was one of the last people to, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like. This was all uncovered territory. We didn't know what we was doing with it. It was an experiment. It worked. Making a band 2, making a band 3, Danny Kane, D20, it got better. We was just a guinea pig. It worked. All right, cool. We got something. We got a product. Next. And that's what it is. We all a number and we all disposable. So I knew up at Bad Boy, my first day could be my last. And that's how I worked. And that's how I built up the catalog where I can get my own royalty checks for the work I put in independent. I played.
Yeah, I want to pick your brain real quick before we wrap it up because I know you want to go do your thing. But I noticed you said earlier about the budget, you know, about the investment with the record labels or whatever. Now, I put up a post on Instagram not too long ago, and I said that, you know, artists, Coach K from QC, Quality Control, said that it takes, to make a record #1, it's $200,000 to get the #1, do all the promotion, everything behind it. And people like, what, that's how much I got to pay the DJ. I'm like, and then it's DJs, you know, because you've been into the come up show, right?
Yeah, I've been
into the DJs that, you know, that might, you know, get their little charge on or whatever to get promo of the song. And
all I know is once you start paying, you got to keep paying. I don't know who's doing what. I'm not going to speak on that because I don't have that type of relationship. I pay to play things. I make good music. People know I'm passionate about my music and my craft. And what you got, Ness? I ain't fucking with it. What you got, Ness? I'm fucking with that. And that's the relationship I got with DJ.
So you never had to pay.
So no matter who you just named, I don't know no personal nothing with that because I don't have to know. If I hear my man, yo, how you do that, Ness? Then I'll orchestrate whatever that, and then that y'all handle whatever that. But I'm a facilitator. I don't practice whatever they practice. That's not for me. I don't apply by them rules. Me and certain people, we just built up a catalog and a relationship with DJs where we don't have to abide by that.
Right.
But if it's somebody that's popping, I might go in my bag and pay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I got a relationship with them and you just fuck with my music and you want to see me win, then that's different.
Yeah, because I just back to what you were saying about making way more money than Gilly and having way more hits than him and everything like that. You got out rap Gilly, right? I remember that.
One thing about Gil, man.
Sorry.
This one thing I can say about Gil. Real shit. Gil was signed. Gil was signed coming to Black Key's basement when he was living in Derby, cutting songs with me when he was signed to Cash Money. So I always, because he didn't have to do that. And I respect values like that in artists. He never switched up on me. It was always the same way. And when you do shit like that, I mean, it's nothing for me to say. Right. You know what I mean? This nigga was doing songs with an unknown artist. This was before I made the band. And Gilly was doing tracks with Ness, an unknown Ness. So, like, I got, you know what I mean? That speaks volumes to me.
Right.
Oskino, Sparks, the same way.
Yeah.
P.Diddy Crack, all these niggas had deals.
So
when I first came home, because I came home in '99, so I missed the whole wave when Major Figures, Beans, and Eve and all them got signed. So making a band was like the last train to Paris to me. I said, damn, that's it. I gotta get that because I'm not, I'm done. I sat in jail and watched Gil, Spade, Eve, Mac, The Roots, Eve, Bubonic, Most Wanted.
Yeah. That was a good.
So you see my timeline, I'm not fucked up. So everybody be like, Ness on drugs, he high. That's why I don't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the culture. When we just came in the game, this shit was like a no-no. Now it's pop culture.
Yeah.
The drinks and the sip. Because I wanted to touch on that because when you look at my Wikipedia, I've always had a history of drug abuse. It's in my family.
What was
in my
it?
family.
For those that don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like just, what I mean, codeine. Promethazine with codeine.
Sir.
Barbiturates.
That is.
Xannies.
Okay.
Percocets. Shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Put a lot of weight on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Give you health issues. I got hypertension. So whatever you're going to do in your young life is going to catch up to you in your later life. That's what I want to say about that. But there's always a misconception that Ness, he a drug addict, and that's why he didn't make it, and that's why he don't got no money. Y'all know what the fuck I got. You don't know what type of checks I come in and what I do in my downtime and how I survive out here. You ain't see me working no Target. You ain't see me bagging up at no shop, right? And I'm not disrespecting any of those job descriptions, but I'm just saying I've lived on my music this far. I'm 42 years of age.
Was it? You don't look 42. You look good. You still look like you're on the show. And you losing that weight too. It really took some age off.
Age, weight makes you. It puts age.
Weight brings age. It makes you look like you aging. So with all that financially, was that a strain?
It was a strain. Being in debt all them years. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying, and when the buzz went down off the show, like people act funky when in between seasons when we didn't record the show.
Yeah, I was trying to get to you.
As soon as we went on the show, my phone was lit. So I got the chance to see both sides, and I got the chance to see the way it fluctuate in Philly to where if I didn't have a record where Cassidy was popping, and Philly had always had this one nigga at a time thing.
Yeah.
And outside of Meek Mills, which Philly has always pushed because we just loved him and his drive and his hungerness. And we never wanted him to be in the bad light because we wanted to root for him because he was that guy.
Yeah, he's like a franchise.
Yeah, man, I was doing tracks with Meek before he cut his sprays off. You know what I'm saying? That's how far I go back. When O was bringing him around and shit like that, and we was all up ruggedness. When ruggedness had the Bat Cave up 8th and Shelton, all that. We was 20 of us in there all day long recording and shit. So I seen his growth, and I'm proud of him. And a lot of these rappers in Philly, they're not gonna tell you this. Meek, keep doing your shit, bro.
Right.
Keep doing your shit, bro. I love it. You don't owe nobody nothing. You definitely don't owe me nothing. Keep doing your shit, bro. I love seeing it. I love all the barriers that broke down and everything you've done, your ups and downs. We watch it all. We riding with you and we support you.
What's next to Ness?
Getting back on Smack. Now let's address that.
Smack DVD?
No, Smack URL, the actual battle rap league.
Okay.
Because I wasn't on it this past October.
Because wait a minute, I'm sad. My mind was in Baltimore. It's like cool. You said back on Smack, so we talk about drugs. So I don't want to we gotta clarify everything.
I never did Smack. I did all party drugs. That's what I'm saying. When we was in the game, you had to hide the shit. Now you got to come into the studio with the lean and the pouring it and mixing it with the juice and the soda and the 2 liter. Back when I was coming in, you had that shit around. You was looking bad. Now you can come in the studio with that shit and everybody cried around you like you fucking Jesus.
Yeah. It's crazy because when I go back and listen to the beat coming, I realized how much he was
the pioneer. He was one of the pioneers.
He was good. He was good. His circle.
Owe him a lot of homage for bringing that to the forefront. When niggas wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying?
And to have a feature with Bun B.
Not to disrespect Houston because that culture is heavy there too.
Yeah.
Houston, the whole Texas culture with the scene, with the lean and the sipping and the DJ Screw and the mixtapes and all that shit and the cars and the candy paint. It was heavy there too. It was heavy in Philly. Always heavy.
So so now you getting back and
so I'm doing new music. Like I'm coming out with a project. So all DJs, you know what I'm saying? You can email me for new music. Ness215@gmail.com. I'm looking for all producers, all videographers, all screenwriters. I did a couple movies in my downtime. I did a movie with Money G, Freeway, and myself. It's called Welcome to Killer City.
Okay.
I did that 2 years ago. And prior to that, I did like this state property 4, if you want to call it. It was called What We Do, starring me, myself, Emilio Sparks, and the Young Guns, Chris and Neef. So I got my acting on. So like, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of shit, man, getting older, dealing with health issues, hypertension, but I never had no crazy shit, or I never was strung out on drugs, or I never was on smack, crack. I never was fucked up how y'all motherfuckers be portraying us to be fucked up. I always kept my head up high through ups and downs, through rough times, rough patches, and I'm here today. It's the new me. I lost 10. I'm keep going. You know what I'm saying? And I got it, man. I got it, man. Like I got it. Like y'all Philly, y'all owe me this.
Yeah.
I walked for Cheesecake for y'all. I rumbled on TV for y'all. I did all this so Philly would be represented on that TV. No matter what personal thing you felt about me, Philly was there. Philly was there.
I can't wait till we chop it up again, man.
You
I don't
already
even
know,
want this
man.
to end. I appreciate you. NESS, Southwest, right?
Southwest.
A lot of people don't even know. I'm actually, I was raised in Southwest. Like,
Yeah, man.
I rep South Philly,
They
but
talk
Southwest.
bad about my guys, but you know, free to all the guys that stood tall. You already know, man. You already know, man. Free Dark Low, free Ad, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to them dudes, man. I'm praying for you and your family, man. And Philly is just hot as it ever could be right now, and I'm supporting all Philly shit, man. PSP, you already know.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Views in the couch.
It's your boy Pop Tracks, man. HDE Luxury Studios. Come down to the best quality sound in the country, baby.